Well, hello there, friends and family, and as you can see, we're out in the focus again today. And you might also be able to see on the windshield, it's starting to sprinkle. Yep, surely is. So, sorry about that. Can't always have it perfect, but I need to do something today. Because I've been a little bit negligent and that. You know, last week I made that there really nice Sunday supper roasted chicken. I surely did. Well, I actually made it on a Friday. And that was served to the Kitty Krew instead of their, you know, chicken tenders that they normally like for Fast Food Friday. And what I have been doing in the past is I've been freezing some chicken tenders, so I don't got to go every week. And of course, I save the box in the bag, so when I heat them up, I put them back in the box, in the bag, and I sneak out the back door. I put them in the car when they're not looking, you know, just like we used to do with the kids, you know, like for birthday presents and Christmas presents and that. Sneak around the house when they weren't looking and hide them. And then I took the car for a short ride and came back. And of course, there I was with the bag, all smelling of that, well, you know, basically the Jack's chicken tenders. And of course, there was my fresh Sunday supper roasted chicken inside too. So it wasn't like they went without. But yesterday's Friday, today's Saturday the 15th. So in all honesty, we missed Fast Food Friday again yesterday. Of course, they still made out because we had chicken tenders and wings in the freezer. So it wasn't like, you know, they didn't have their fast food. And I heated it up for them in the toaster oven. And trust me, they didn't mind. Not one bit. But I felt a little bit guilty about it. And since I've cooked so much, and that here, you know, the past week or two or three, and I need to go to the store, Superfoods, which if I feel up to it, I'm going tomorrow. It'll be Sunday, and I'll go in the early morning hours. Why? Well, it'll have the fewest people there, and to me, that's a good thing. Now, the store might be a little bit, you know, ransacked, who knows? And if y'all are good, and like I say, I feel up to it, we'll all go. Gas still holding there, Buddies 307. Maybe in the comments, you know, you can let me know what fuel is running in your area. Not only the US, but whatever country you may be watching the little old country engineer from today. The Kitty Krew really does enjoy their chicken tenders. I thought they would get tired of them by now. It's not like we got a whole lot of choices. You know, we got hamburgers, we got cheeseburgers, that kind of stuff. But like I've said before, we basically got, you know, it covered on chicken. Everybody sells chicken. But we Southerners, we love our chicken. There ain't no doubt about that. And in all honesty, with, you know, meat prices up where they are, you know, extreme, that's all I've been really eating has been chicken. Whoa, there's the barbecue truck. Now they make some really fine barbecue, but it's really pricey too. And I can make my own. I'm thinking about making a nice beef roast for Sunday. That's something I haven't had, and I will guarantee you 2, if not 3 years. I mean, because it's hard to find just a little small one. And yeah, you know, I could cut them in half, and I've done that. It's probably what I'll do this time, because the ones that have up at Superfoods, they tend to be on the large size, where I'd be eating, here again, all week. Not that that'd be a bad thing. I mean, I basically ate an entire week off that roast chicken. You know, I had at least 4 solid meals, and I think, if I counted right, I made 8 really fine chicken sandwiches. You know, chicken, cheese, some tomato, green leaf lettuce. Oh, well, of course, Dukes. You know it'd have to have Dukes on it, right? If you didn't, then you're just not from the South. I mean, we have Hellman's, we have Kraft. It ain't like I haven't partook of all those mayos before, because I have. I used to be a Hellman's person, and then got on Best Foods. Then, you know, for a time I did Bama. I tried Miracle Whip, which is what I grew up on, and it just reminded me of why I didn't do Miracle Whip anymore. It's not mayo, it's salad dressing, and it tends to be on the real sweet side. So yeah, if you're a youngin', that's probably a good thing, and we really enjoyed it when we were kids. But as I got older, you know, our tastes change, mature some. You know, we may still like all the dishes, you know, my mama made. Surely I did. All of her cold salads were just awesome. Wish I had paid better attention to how she did it, or even better, that, you know, she would write recipes down, but she never did. And of course, I guess you knew, we're gonna come here to Kitty Krew's all-time favorite place, Jack's. They really pushing the bologna. Yep. Well, that's probably a necessity. It's cheap. But we're gonna get that family big box. That'll come with 15 tenders and 2 sides and 5 biscuits, which, you know, I freeze. Hello there.
Hello, just 1 second.
Okay, that'll be fine.
Alright, what can I get for you?
I'd like the family big box of chicken tenders.
What's your dipping sauce?
Make it barbecue.
What's your 2 sides?
Mashed potatoes and gravy and coleslaw.
Alright, anything else?
1 cheeseburger.
Alright, that's gonna be all for you?
That'll be it.
30.45.
Thank you, ma'am.
No problem.
So there we go. I eat the sides, and Kitty Krew will get the chicken fingers, and the cheeseburger, that was for me. I don't need that much.
30.45.
How much?
30.45.
Okay. Well, somebody's having a bad day. that ambulance is either taking them to the hospital or it's going after them. I do hope and pray they're okay. Pretty much all I can do. The rest is in God's hands. And thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate y'all. Got it on. Does appear that way. So we got it all. And it didn't take that long. Of course, you'll see a lot less of it than it was in reality, because they had to make them up fresh. But that's a good thing. And we ain't gonna go no place special. We're just gonna make a loop through town, see how things are, since it's been now about a week. Well, it was Monday, and of course we didn't come up this way. Nope, we surely didn't. We just zipped on down to the Medical Arts Community Health Center, and then, you know, by the pharmacy and everything over on the south side of town. We didn't come up this way. Nope. Of course, we sort of head northwest right now. And we got a beautiful St. Vincent de Paul Catholic Church. I got, you know, it's not big, but it is quaint. It looks relaxing and peaceful, it does. You know, I guess one of the reasons, even though I still had a few tenders in the freezer and a few wings, in all honesty, I just wanted to get out again, take a little short ride, loosen up the focus, loosen me up. Even though I've been doing my walks, now I'm glad all of y'all enjoyed the walk in the cemetery. I enjoy it too. I've never looked at every headstone. I often said, you know, I would. But then I just never do it. Woo! Yep, those chicken tenders are fresh, because they filling up this car with a fine aroma of southern fried goodness. We're gonna head her on back home the back way. Whoops. We're about to let everything fall over. Maybe we took that turn just a little bit too sharp. But there isn't really anything I wanted to talk about today. You know, current events, you know, they are what they are. It's going to be the same as next year, and the same as last year, and the year before, and the year before. Yep. Seems all social media can do now. Let's talk about the really bad. You know, got to keep us informed. Of course, hasn't the news been doing that all our lives too? You know, it's just like NBC News. You know, at the end they have one feel-good story. But in all truth, I can understand. People don't want to hear the good. I mean, I follow channels in different venues. You know, from gardening to prepping to do-it-yourself. Oh, some spiritual, outdoor skills, bushcrafting, survival skills. And, you know, nobody seems to watch them until, you know, it all stems around whatever event is currently up for talk about how we all gonna die. You know. And after a while, you pretty much know them all. In fact, I was going to do a video and just get that out of the way. Sort of like, here's the ways humanity and the world will come to an end once again. Possibly, may happen, probably could in 2022. But even when I was reading down the list, and they come out with these lists every year, it's the same list pretty much that we had last year, pretty much the year before. It just seemed to get longer. Like, I guess you know, it's a week or two back 5G rolled out, and of course that was going to cause the end of the world, and we're all going to get sick. Birds are going to fall out of the sky, and planes, and all this kind of stuff. Sort of reminds me of the Y2K thing, which I spent an inordinate amount of time preparing for, not just for me, but the company I was working for at the time. Yeah. In fact, on the eve of the Y2K apocalypse, I had to be at work at the plant. We shut everything down. A fully automated plant. Why? Because there was all this fear, you know. The computers and the robots and everything would just, all of it, but I guess just explode and blow up. I tried best to tell my company that wouldn't happen, but nope, they wanted to spend all the money to put in all kinds of overrides and manual systems again and everything so business could go on like normal that coming next day. Well, it did all come the next day, and there were some minor glitches. And even though we didn't invest money in real old systems, we just shut them down. We found those computer systems, all they had to do was turn back the time, or they turned it back themselves and come up with weird times. You know, like some of the computers thought they was in 1840. I couldn't break their heart to tell them you wasn't even invented in 1840, but I let them go with it. And as long as they worked and the systems they controlled worked, I was good with that. Of course, in the coming year or two, all that get replaced anyway. But I know many of you are my age, and you can remember how we were all going to die and the world was going to stop. But it didn't. Now, I must admit, at any time, you know, all these things they talk about could possibly happen at any given time. But prepping groceries and doing all that, once you reach a certain level, it's all a moot point. You know, you can finally get to the point where you just ain't able to maintain it anymore. I mean, what's been concerning me, and something I thought as I'd walked over in the cemetery during that walk, which y'all saw a part of, not in its entirety, because it's long enough, was the almost massive increase in suicide rate over 2020 and 2021. I mean, people are having a hard time dealing with loss. Yep. And everything they think is coming down the tubes to get them. I've heard it right here in our community. You know, if such and such happens, I don't even think I want to live, Mr. Tom. I'd just rather it take me away. And you know, that's your personal choice. I respect that. Me, I'm going to do whatever it takes to at least see it. Might not survive it, but I want to see it coming. Yep. Maybe I'm weird that way. So this looks like how the night's gonna go tonight on this Saturday, January the 15th, 2022. A light to medium rain. Now I think I'll take the long way into the neighborhood. Enjoy some of the smell of these here chicken tenders and everything. Woo! The barbecue food truck's doing a brisk business. We even got the sheriff there too. And of course, gotta have black truck. Still don't understand that. I think that's Smoking Joe's. I have picked up a pound or two of their barbecue, and I must say it's flavorful. Well, I'm gonna shut up my mouth for a minute as we go up through the neighborhood and let y'all just take a gander. Some of the houses still got decorations. Oh yeah. And enjoy the scenery. I'll probably put some music in the background. I like that, since we can't play the radio or CD. YouTube put the slap down on me. Sometimes I just like to ride through the neighborhood and see how everybody's doing. Maybe y'all do that too. Maybe you walk through the neighborhood. I used to enjoy the ride a whole lot more before they put in the bumpy things. But we had to do them because people just can't be respectful with the speed limits. Well, head her on down here. Been a while since I've been down this way. If you look closely, you can see the lake on out there. Thurlow Reservoir, right there. Not much wind today. Pretty peaceful other than it being overcast and light rain. Oh, they're fixing up that house there. Nice little small cottage. I like to see that, the older homes. These aren't, you know, some of them aren't really big homes. But I like to see people come in, youngins, start investing their time, their money in it. Helps the neighborhood to come back, because, you know, that's the old mill village there to the right. That's actually the very edge of it. Everything to the left is new neighborhood. And that's in between this mill village here on the right and my neighborhood, which was the Carville subdivision, which is also an old neighborhood. Not as old as this right here on the right, the mill village, but older than what's in between. There's a cute little house for sale. I tried to talk my daughter into that one. She'd be close. Back home where she grew up, she didn't want to. That's a more modern home. I do believe the home that was there had burnt. They came in and built that newer one. Ain't been all that long back. Probably 10 years or less. It's a nice little home. Little 2-bedroom. It's all my daughter and Davy would need. If I had the money, I'd buy it. Be perfect. For just me and the Kitty Krew. Then I'd have to do something with the one I got. And I hate to give up on the one I got. Lived there longer than anywhere in my entire life, but at least 3 times. Here's some young men. See, we men, we give the head nod, you know. Yeah, we men. It's funny how we do that, isn't it? I wonder if the Kitty Krew would notice if I snuck out one of them chicken fingers. I'm just saying, just one. Yeah, I doubt they'd notice. Every once in a while, you know, one will stick together or whatever, and I'll come up with an extra chicken finger or 2. It's happened before. When I get home, I always count them. Pretty much. Never been shorted. And on occasion, there's a couple of extras. I'm sure it's by accident. Well, everybody must be inside, just having a lazy, relaxing Saturday afternoon. Yeah, it's a little past 3. Surely is. Some people are out walking. There's a little young lady out walking. Yeah, if we turn left right up here by the big pine, we go back to the Patterson log cabin and where it all started here in Carville way back in those 1800s. Yep, I love that place. I've taken y'all there several times. It too is one of my favorite places to be and contemplate life, especially when I think things are getting harder, you know, than what they've been in the past. And going there just reminds me things are nowhere near as hard today as they once were upon a time. But yep, I'm getting close to the house now. I'm sure I'll have some kitties. Yep, there they are waiting on the porch. And that's most likely Speedy and Spooky. There they are right there. Yep. You guys waiting on some chicken tenders from Jack's? Spooky, did you put an order in on your cell? You did. They had them hot and ready, okay? Yeah, they're waiting. So we got to get them on in the house. Get them sliced and diced and give Gracie a little. Then bring out a plate full for the Kitty Krew. So pardon me while I jump out of the focus. If y'all would like to come on in, sit in the living room or dining room, all that, I can make us up some tea. Okay? Okay, guys, what do y'all want? What do y'all want? What? What, Cleo? Huh? What are you saying? Huh? Are y'all ready? Okay, here they go. 1, 2, 3. And they're off. I haven't seen Elrod for a day or two, but you know he does that all the time. Magoo, he's close. And that. And I saw Heathcliff and Mr. Gray this morning. Slow down there, Cleo, so you don't choke yourself. You're such a hoglet. Even though you are my queen. It won't take them long. This bunch gets 3 tenders, and Gracie gets a half. And Gracie, she'll eat a few bites now, and then she'll come back, eat a few more. Gracie's such a strange kitty. I mean, the thing she loves the most is her kit and caboodle. Then the Friskies, 9 Lives, and Fancy Feast. Not necessarily in that order. It all depends on what her mood is. She's just like Trixie when it comes to food. She can be fickle, just like the queen. Y'all gonna have to get in there. Don't let Cleo get them all. Huh. Yep. I'd put them on 2 plates, but it wouldn't matter. You know, I just saw a kitty run behind me. Who was that? I saw you looking too, Cleo. Was that Mr. Gray I saw out of the corner of my eye? Yeah, just out of the corner of my eye, I saw what I thought was Mr. Gray beelining for underneath the focus. Yep. We'll have to go somewhere else to see him come around. Yeah, we will. I just seen a blur. And I don't see him under it. That don't mean he ain't. Yep. Oh. It was not a bad day. It's in the low 60s. I think it's 61 or 62. Like I say, a real light rain. Nothing all that terrible. Oh, let me show you something. I knew they would bloom. Yep. All the warm weather we've had in December, now January. There's my little narcissus. Yep. We got another one right over here. Not all of them are blooming. Yeah, it's supposed to get pretty chilly. Are y'all all done already? I mean, that didn't take y'all 3 minutes. Did it, Spooky? Cleo? Yep. I know Mr. Gray's under there. You do too. Whew. Now I gotta blow my nose. starting to sniffle. Oh, Speedy's still up there. I said, oh, she's got her paw on it. She's cleanup crew. Cleo. Speedy can have the crumbs. Nope, she can't. They're your crumbs. Yes, I'll get you some more dry food before I'm in for tonight. And I gotta process some tomatoes tonight. They're starting to head north, aren't they, Cleo? You gonna come in and help me? You gonna help me core up some tomatoes? We gotta put them in hot water so we can peel them, slice and dice. You would if you had some thumbs. Yeah, I know. That's what Gracie says too. So as you can see, they made quick work of them like always. And it's because of some of you that you help out so they can have their treats. And I sure do appreciate that. And they do as well too. So there you have it, friends and family. The kids got their treats, their chicken tenders that they love so much, hot and fresh from Jack's today. And yeah, it wasn't Fast Food Friday, it's Fast Food Saturday. So they've had chicken tenders 2 days in a row. Yeah, the ones yesterday come out of the freezer. Yeah, that's what I do now, because you may have overheard. Yeah, fast food is getting extreme. Just like everything. But I do it for them, and like I say, you know, I'll get the potatoes and gravy and coleslaw. I like Jack's coleslaw. It's yummy. Of course, so is mine, as many of you who've made it have said. But some days, you just feel like being lazy. So I can sort of, you know, get two objectives out of the way. Make my Kitty Krew happy, and make life a little easier on old Miss Tom. But I gotta head her on in and start getting things prepared to process some tomatoes that, you know, like I said, are going north. So I need to do something with them. And if I think about it, and the camera charges up in time, we'll let y'all come on in and help us out too. So until old Mr. Tom, Cleo, Speedy, Spooky, sometimes Elrod and Magoo, Mr. Gray and Heathcliff. Did I say Gracie? She said I left her out. See y'all on the next video. Y'all take care out there. Stay safe, and God bless each and every one of you as you bless others. Goodbye for now. Cleo, you love that kitten caboodle. I swear. And you better start watching your waistline. Okay? Let me go in and see if Gracie ate hers. And then I'm going to eat my cheeseburger, put all y'all stuff up in the fridge. And that, and get ready to get them maters going, okay? Yep, always something to do. Later, all.